Greetings, Pipes Milkers of Ireland. This is Nick Bertolero, the Bold O'Donoghue here, and I am filling in for my father, Pete Bertolero, because he is in the hospital, and I have the opportunity to sub in on his behalf. And as he recovers, it'll be quite a long time. He just had the triple bypass yesterday, and I saw him again today, and he's doing well. He's just in pain from the surgery. They say it's normal for the second day, so thank God it was a success. They patched him up, and so he's going to be healing from here on out. It's probably going to be about 8 weeks of recovery. So he'll probably won't be able to get out in the heat during that time to have a smoke. So just assume I'll be filling in for about 8 weeks. More's the pity. Anyway, so tonight this is Father's Day. I have retreated to the man cave with a large mug of beer. About to fill up a pipe here, and look what I found in my humidor. Well, if you could see it, it's just a little mason jar, and on the top it says Squadron Leader Special Edition. For the life of me, I can't remember who left this here. I've got friends come over all the time and leave crap in my humidor, so it's quite a big humidor, and friends leave stuff in there, and I help myself to their supplies here, and as I feel like it. It's part of the dues of keeping things here. So amazing. When Smoking Pipes released the special edition Squadron Leader, they had sold out in 8 hours. I got the email in the morning. By the time I got home from work, I was going to order a bunch of 10s. There's a 15-10 limit for because it was a short run, and it was sold out. And I was so upset. Apparently a couple of my friends bought a 10 before it sold out, so they left their stuff here. So I am going to help myself here. Should I do the Sherlock Holmes Gregson, or should I do the Hanson? Let's do the Gregson. No. Oh yeah, I've given up the putting music to my videos because YouTube goes batch. They have a hissy fit when there's music in the background, and something about copyrights. They think I'm making. I don't know. They don't want artists getting upset about their music on there without them paying for. I don't know. It's quite upsetting, and really irritates me. They've gone through a lot of my old videos on my channel and have put all sorts of restrictions on them now. Certain countries can't even see some of my videos that have music on them. So I'm just not going to put music on it. I think you can actually add music in the YouTube upload options, and then they get the rights. I don't know. They get money for it. I don't know what their deal is. It's one of the it's the other side of the sword of capitalism, I suppose. And oh, my video froze up there for a sec. I apologize. My webcam is kind of choppy. It's not the best webcam, and the lighting in here isn't like optimal. This little gal is about, well, 8 years old, 6 to 8 years old. We'll say 7. Well, right in the middle there. 7-year-old laptop. She's seen better days. So bear with me. I hope all you guys had a blessed Father's Day. Come on, fan. Cycle away. There it is. I had Mad Dog it. It was really good stuff. If you like Squadron Leader, and you like Parikh, you're gonna love it. It's a little moist. I think I packed it a little too densely. Got a fan that's right in my face here. I think it just went out fluid. Oh. Why you gotta disrespect me in front of my friends? Much, I know I got fluid right here. Well, this video is a bomb so far. Meanwhile, I hope you're packing a pipe or something. Need some cheap gas station butane. Don't judge. Why do I have half the lighter problems I have? Here's some beer. That's for you, Mark, or Mike Rizzo. I'm not gonna down it because I like to enjoy my beer. I definitely packed that too tight. Sons of biscuits. Well, I'd like to talk to you about what makes a good father, or rather, what are your impressions of what makes a good father? For me, growing up, my dad instilled in us a sense of honor and duty. Just a moral code to live by example. Whenever we drop a friend or my sister's friends off at their house, my dad would make my brother or I go walk the little girl to the door, make sure she was safe, open the door for her, all that. Very devout in our faith. I always had to go to church functions. We always served in the church, the kids. My dad's the pastor, so his kids always had to come. Set up chairs for events, that kind of thing. We always had to serve. We were involved in the church, in the children's church or youth group. So we're always very active in the church, taught to be very giving and generous with what we had. Be hospitable in our homes, always welcoming of guests. My dad was just, I mean, it's a very rare thing nowadays, but he was a great father for us, and which is actually quite amazing considering my dad didn't have a good father. His biological dad was, this is where our Irish lineage was the Donahues. So my dad was born Francis McNamara Donahue, but his biological father was very abusive, and I mean he was a wife beater and an alcoholic. So my dad was adopted by his stepdad later on when he was around 6. Changed our name to Bertolero. But regardless of that, even his stepfather, his adopted father, was a very a man full of faults, as I guess most of us are. And he did the best he could, but with my dad didn't have a lot to pull from. He didn't have great examples. There was no great men in his life that really he can look at for just the hero that us boys look for to be our examples. So it's just a miracle that my dad was able to do all that out of his deficit. So that's a little bit about my dad. He was very creative growing up. He taught us the 10 Commandments by putting it to a song. He did devotion. I mean, we did Bible studies with learning about King Josiah when he went around Israel tearing down the idols. My dad would hide, or he would set up these little Lego idols throughout the house. And my brother and I had these little mallets, and we'd go through the house smashing all the idols. Excuse me. He was always very creative with how he taught us things. So was my mom. But it's just had a good dad, and never abused alcohol or anything. So we grew up. We got that stigmatized in our minds, like, of alcohol's bad, smoking's bad. That was never there. So just very thankful, despite faults my dad has. He did a killer job of raising his kids. I'm very thankful that he set that example for me, raising my son. So here's hoping that all of you guys had a good dad, despite his, their failures. Every man has his failures and faults. And we learned in church today. I don't mean to be preachy, but I am filling in for my dad's shoes. Failing forward is what the associate pastor did a sermon on. about, though we're failing in raising our children, we fail all the time. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. But learn from it and just give it your best effort. The best effort you can give. Because our kids are worth it. And better be darn sure you raise yourself a pipe smoker. You're not one of them cigarette smokers. Anyway, guys, I know I wasted half of the video getting my pipe lit, and packed and whatnot. Just got a lot on my mind. My dad in the hospital, and really appreciate all your prayers. You guys have been a huge blessing, and I'll make sure my dad sees all your messages. Remember, if you want to post something that especially my dad will see, he's been away from his phone and everything, so he's going to be overwhelmed with all these messages. To make it easier for him, post photos or videos or just a regular message to either the PSOI page or your personal page, and use the hashtag. I know I hate hashtags, but this is the best way to do it. Hashtag, which is a little pound sign, prayers for Pastor Pete. And when he clicks the hashtag, it'll pull up all of the post pictures and videos that people have uploaded under that hashtag. So that'd be super convenient. Make sure he'll see it. Remember, prayers for Pastor Pete. That's the hashtag. You guys have been absolute blessings, and I'm thankful for you. Thankful for your support. And we're just we're grateful that he made it through this. He was days away from dying, and through divine intervention that didn't happen. So God bless you guys. Hope you had a great Father's Day. Have a wonderful rest of the week. God bless. Sláinte.